global geography of military bases is being profoundly reshaped. Since the outbreak of the war in Ukraine, military deployments have evolved into powerful vectors of political repositioning. The United States, while reducing its footprint in the Middle East, particularly in Syria, has consolidated key positions in Europe and the Indo-Pacific. China, Russia, and Turkey, each in their own way, are advancing new forms of projection, strategic, covert, and often hybrid. The result is a new cartography of global power, marked less by ideological blocks than by functional zones of influence. With more than 750 known military installations overseas, the U.S. remains the undisputed leader of global military presence. From Ramstein in Germany to Okinawa in Japan, from Djibouti to Diego Garcia, these bases embody the U.S.'s capacity for rapid deployment and intelligence dominance. However, Washington is also recalibrating. Its presence in Syria is being reduced, favoring air-based projection rather than ground operations. In Europe, NATO's eastern flank has been reinforced since 2022, with new deployments in Poland, Romania, and the Baltic states. According to General Christopher Cavoli, the U.S. must maintain its current military posture in Europe amid the Russian threat. China, while discreet in its military installations, is steadily expanding its reach. Its base in Djibouti, officially for anti-piracy, has grown into a regional hub. Chinese companies linked to the People's Liberation Army are acquiring port infrastructures in Africa, South Asia, and Latin America, blurring the line between commercial and strategic presence. In Cambodia, the modernized Ream Naval Base suggests a quiet shift in power projection in Southeast Asia. More than bases, China builds influence corridors, pairing economic dependency with logistical accessibility. Russia, cornered diplomatically and economically, is betting on hard power. Its military presence in Syria, the Caucasus, and now parts of the Sahel through the Wagner and Africa Corps reflects a strategy of anchorage rather than projection. In Africa, particularly in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Central African Republic, Russian forces are filling the vacuum left by Western disengagement, offering security guarantees in exchange for mining rights and political loyalty. This militarized diplomacy aligns with Moscow's narrative of counter-Westernism. Turkey's resurgence in Africa adds a new layer. Beyond its NATO ties, Ankara is positioning itself as a middle power with autonomous aspirations. From Somalia, where it maintains a significant military base, to Libya and Niger, Turkish influence combines defense cooperation, arms exports, and religious diplomacy. A recent FPRI report notes that Turkey is now a security provider in Africa, contesting French and American legacies in the region. The Turkish model blends soft and hard power, often facilitated by the presence of private military actors such as Sadat. Meanwhile, European countries maintain selective but significant presences. France, after withdrawals from Mali and Burkina Faso, is reorganizing its strategy around coastal West Africa, notably in Côte d'Ivoire and Senegal. The United Kingdom focuses on the Gulf and East Africa, while Italy increases its role in the Sahel and the Horn of Africa. These presences, however, face local resistance and growing competition from new actors. In this complex matrix, the very notion of a military base is evolving. It is no longer merely a fortress or runway, but part of a broader infrastructure of control. Satellite relays, drone launch pads, cyber warfare cells, logistical corridors, and energy security hubs. The strategic battlefield is thus not limited to terrain, but includes airspace, sea lanes, digital infrastructure, and supply chains. In this context, control over strategic nodes, not the size of an army, defines the real balance of power. Military bases are no longer mere outposts. They are neural centers in a new global architecture of influence, one that is already reshaping the world map.